Good evening. I'm Sarah Rundell, academic first year and sophomore dean, and I'm pleased to welcome you to the induction ceremony for the class of 2025. The induction ceremony is one of the traditions we observe each year, where the community gathers to celebrate the academic mission of the college. Tonight, we welcome you, class of 2025. And we mark the beginning of your academic journey at Denison. To start us off, I would like to invite the president of the Denison Campus Governance Association, Daniel Seeley, class of 2023, to the podium to bring opening remarks on behalf of the student body.
Welcome, class of 2025. Welcome. My name is Daniel Seeley. I'm a junior from Columbus, Ohio, and the current DCGA president. Every single person on this campus is so excited that you are all finally here with us. I've been on campus for about a week now, and everyone that I've talked to is thrilled that you are here today to begin your Denison career. First, I want to acknowledge where you've been. It is difficult to open a new chapter of your life without having closure on the previous one. That closure was taken away or looked different than many of you expected. I want to recognize and validate those feelings. What you've been through is hard, and you have over 600 new peers that you can lean on, as well as all the faculty, staff, and older students. You are a part of our family now, and we want to help and support you in any way we can. This is your new home on the hill, and that isn't to be taken lightly. It is not just a 4-year pit stop on your life's journey. The connections you will make on this campus and with this campus, and the experiences you will have here are going to last a lifetime. These beautiful buildings and quads are here for you. All these professors and staff are here for you. And all the experiences and resources that this campus has in store are here for you. You belong here. One thing that I really want each and every one of you to take to heart is this. Take your time here seriously, but don't take yourself too seriously. I'll say that again. Take your time here seriously, but don't take yourself too seriously. Following this guideline will set you up to thrive here at Denison. There are abundant resources, opportunities, and experiences available for you here that are so formative and enriching. If you aren't taking your time here seriously, then you're going to miss out on all these wonderful things. Your 4 years here are likely the only time in your life that you will be just surrounded by such a dense concentration of enriching experiences. And it would be a shame if you didn't take advantage of that by not taking your time here seriously. By the second week of classes, you'll see all the walls of Slater and the academic lobbies just flooded with posters and flyers, each one offering a unique and exciting opportunity, experience, or resource that people have put a lot of effort into. And guess what? It's all here for you. I want to encourage all of you to take just 5 or 10 minutes each week and actually read these posters and snap a picture of any that slightly pique your interest. Then take that first step and go. Whether it's a club interest meeting or event, a guest lecture, a concert, performance, sporting event, or workshop, just giving something a chance is never a bad thing. And who knows, you may get plugged in with a great group or organization that becomes a significant part of your Denison experience. Then in 4 years, you'll look back and be grateful that it all started with just snapping a pic of a poster and giving it a chance. That same idea applies to the involvement fair and checking the what to do app, all of which you'll learn more about this week. Just by taking your time here seriously and giving all the amazing opportunities here a chance, you will have a wonderful and enriching 4 years. At the very least, you're going to meet a lot of incredible people, and that's the most treasured part of Denison. When else are you going to be within walking distance of your best friends, surrounded by beauty? We all chose Denison, and were chosen by Denison. Everyone is here for a reason. You are here for a reason. Everyone here has a story to tell. You have a story to tell. In my time here, I've encountered some of the most talented and brilliant people. But above that, I've met some of the most passionate, caring, and just genuine people. So please, get to know your peers. Walk up to someone you haven't talked to before and ask them where they're from, what they're passionate about, or why they're here at Denison. I promise it's not weird. Just like taking that first step and taking a chance on the opportunities here, take a chance on each other. During my first day on campus as a freshman, I walked across the hallway of my residence hall and introduced myself to Charlie, who I hadn't met before. We talked about where we were from and what brought us to Denison, and then I asked him about the posters hanging up in his room. A simple question like that rolled into some great conversation, and we ended up getting dinner together. And now he is one of my closest friends 2 years later. A lifelong friendship can start from just walking up to someone you don't know, introducing yourself, and asking them a question. I know this to be true because every single friendship on this campus started like that for me. Now, it's important to take your time here seriously, but it's just as important to not take yourself too seriously. By this, I mean holding yourself to unreasonable standards, equating your performance with your value, and not giving yourself time and space to decompress and breathe. By all means, setting goals for yourself is important, but it is so damaging when you set unrealistic expectations for yourself as a college student when you're just beginning to learn who you are as a college student. Taking your time seriously means giving your honest best effort, but taking yourself too seriously means beating yourself up when you fall short of an arbitrary letter or number you assigned yourself without any real basis. Further, not doing as well as you hoped in a class or an extracurricular does not mean you as a person are any less valuable or successful. Trust me, you need to de-link performance from personal value. You are more than a number or a letter, much, much more. How you delegate your time should also reflect that. Again, being serious means giving your best effort. What that does not mean is selling your wellness, your relationships, your hobbies, or your downtime for the sake of performance. I cannot stress that enough. We spend most of our lives going from thing to thing looking for fulfillment. We are always looking for that next thing, telling ourselves, if only I can get this, reach this, achieve that, then I'll be happy, I'll be fulfilled. But it always lets us down or doesn't last forever. I'm sure most of you can relate to that. That's the way life was for me until I found freedom, life to the full, and total satisfaction in the love of Jesus. And I certainly would not be here today without it. Denison is a place with overflowing possibilities. And if you can find your niche and harness all that possibility, then you will be set up to thrive. The thing is, it's almost impossible to do that without guidance, help, and support. That's why I'm here. That's why all these professors are here and staff. That's why all these AUGO leaders are here. We want to help you navigate Denison and all that it has to offer. So be willing to let us help you. Learning to ask for and accept help will be one of the most important things you learn here. We are all rooting for you and are so excited you are joining our family. So please join me in welcoming the class of 2025. I will now ask Greg Bader, Vice President for Institutional Advancement, to join me at the podium.
Good evening. I'm Greg Bader, Vice President for Institutional Advancement at the college. The Division of Institutional Advancement is charged with the responsibility to keep the alumni family connected to the college and providing opportunities that nurture lifelong engagement with their alma mater. On behalf of all of our 37,000 alumni and growing, welcome to Denison. Denison, like many colleges, has several traditions which are a part of the fabric of this institution. One of the oldest traditions we have is the care and support offered by the alumni family. Each year, thousands of alumni provide counsel to students, access to internships, advice to student organizations, a warm welcome to a new city, and yes, philanthropic support so that this remains one of the finest colleges in the country. They provide the resources to ensure that cost does not become a barrier to attend this college. They provide support to faculty, which helps attract and retain the brightest minds who care deeply about teaching. They invest in buildings and grounds. Over the next few days, I encourage you to take time to truly appreciate the beauty of this campus and the amazing facilities that are now yours to both respect and care for during your time on the Hill. That is right. Membership in this family, the Denison family, carries with it responsibility. The Denison family now expects you to take care of one another, our campus, and to uphold the values of this community. And by the way, your Denison experience goes beyond 4 years on this campus. You are a member of this family for life. You'll make incredible friends, which will be with you for years ahead. You will return to reunions every 5 years to stay connected with each other and with the faculty. You will speak with classes and share your own professional wisdom, and you will be asked to philanthropically support the college when the time is right. Yes, someday, a few years from now, you will turn around and you will open a door for a Denison student setting out on their own professional path. These are the opportunities over the next 4 years and beyond that alumni will provide to you. And in return, they will expect you to make the commitment to the generations that follow you. It is also a Denison tradition to have 2 students serve as representatives of the entering class. We select these 2 students as one whose hometown is the nearest to campus and one whose hometown is the farthest away from Denison. I am pleased to introduce you to Dilnozova Huseinovo, who is from Granville and lives 0.2 miles from campus. And Minh Le, who is from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, who has traveled 8,871 miles to arrive in Granville. May I please have you join me on the stage? This is the banner for the class of 2025. Behind you are the class banners of students who preceded you over the previous century. You will see your banner again upon the occasion of your graduation, and then it will join the others as part of Denison's historical record. Now I am pleased to introduce to you Associate Professor of Psychology, Susan Kennedy, who will welcome you on behalf of the faculty.
Thank you, Greg. Hello, everyone. My name is Susan Kennedy. I'm a faculty member in the psychology department, the neuroscience program, and I'm also chair in the Department of Health, Exercise, and Sports Studies, HESS. Last year, I had the honor of serving as faculty chair. And on behalf of the faculty, it is my great pleasure to congratulate you, class of 2025, and to welcome you to Denison. And to the parents who are here in attendance, congratulations as well to you for raising someone skilled in making excellent choices. Students, I'd like to chat with you for a few moments this evening about finding your place as you begin the best 4 years of your lives. Now, you've already taken the first steps to find your place. You've registered for classes. Today, you moved into your dorms. You met your roommates. Some of you may have already purchased your textbooks and other materials for classes. And on Monday, each of you will walk into a classroom or studio or laboratory for the first time as a Denison student. Understandably, I'm sure you're all very excited and probably a little nervous too. My hope is that over the next several weeks, you will continue finding your place. What do I mean by finding your place? By finding your place, I mean learning to explore the many opportunities available to you and identifying the ways that you as an individual believe you can best grow, develop, and thrive as a young adult over the next 4 years. So here are some of the things I'd like you to think about, some next steps that I hope will get you on your way and helping you to find your place as you embark on this new journey. Here they are: connect, challenge, create, and celebrate. Now, I'm sure there are more next steps, but these are the 4 I want to focus on just for a few minutes. I'll say a few things about each of these, and I may sprinkle in 1 or 2 personal stories to illustrate the points I'd like to make. And I think I see a few of my former students in the back rolling their eyes, saying, oh my God, there goes Kennedy with her personal stories. But there'll only be 2 of them, I promise. So let's start with connect. A critical component of finding your place is connecting with others, with faculty, and with peers. Okay? Early in the semester, introduce yourselves to your faculty. Even if it means just popping into their office and saying, I'm so-and-so, I'm in your Psych 100 class or your English class. Take advantage of office hours. Every class that you take will have a syllabus that will contain office hours of each faculty member. Office hours are a terrific one-to-one opportunity for you to talk with a faculty member about something in class that's particularly intriguing to you, or something in class that may be a little cloudy or unclear to you. This is your opportunity to chat with your faculty members in a very intimate situation. Faculty are here at Denison because we love interacting with our students. And we really do appreciate when you come by and seek us out to talk and to contact with us and have contact with us. So connect with your faculty. And of course, connect with each other, connect with your peers. Denison students come from all over the country and all over the world. Enrich yourselves by interacting with others who have different experiences from your own and vastly different backgrounds from your own. Learn about their lives. Engage in conversation with them. Reach out to them for lunch or for coffee. Take a walk with them in the village, which, by the way, in October is pretty darn beautiful. Okay? Research in psychology has shown that meaningful social relationships with peers especially are as important in maintaining your health as getting good sleep, exercising, and eating well. So make new friends and eat your kale, right? Number 2, challenge. Challenge yourself. Register for a class you never thought you would register for. You might discover something that you love and something that you're passionate about. And here comes the first personal story. I'm a biological psychologist, which means that I study the relationship between the brain and behavior. And when I was an undergraduate, not much older than you, My advisor suggested I take a course in biological psychology, and I resisted taking that course like there's no tomorrow. Why? Because I heard it was a hard course. I heard it was challenging, and quite frankly, I was intimidated at the prospect of learning about the brain. I mean, how easy could that be after all? I was afraid my GPA would fall. I was afraid I might fail a test, and I had never failed a test in my life. And so I wanted nothing to do with biological psychology, but he kept insisting. So to make him happy and to keep him quiet, I decided to enroll in biological psychology. I figured I could always drop the course. He'd be out of the way, and I'd be out of the class, okay? So I enrolled in this class, and something pretty phenomenal happened. After the first day of class, I moved from the back row of the class to the front row of the class. I immediately fell in love with the subject matter. I could not get enough of biological psychology, and I continued on and got my advanced degree because I wanted to share my passion with this subject matter that I had resisted learning about. To this day, I cannot imagine doing anything else. So please expand your academic horizons. You never know where it will take you. This is where it took me, right? In addition to selecting challenging classes, challenge yourselves in class. Prepare, though, to experience a bit of discomfort. You are certain to be exposed to new ways of thinking about the world, and some of these ways might challenge how you already think about the world. But that's a good thing, because discomfort often leads to reflection and growth. I found a quote. The quote says, "There is no growth in the comfort zone. There is no growth in the comfort zone, and there is no comfort in the growth zone." So be prepared to be a little bit uncomfortable as you learn. Create, number 3. Create refers to finding your place, literally finding your place on campus. And here's the last personal story. When my daughter began her college career 14 years ago, and I have to tell you that I couldn't believe when I was writing this that it was actually 14 years ago. I did the math 3 times. 2021 minus 2007 is 14, correct? Okay, 14 years ago, and I even asked her, did you start college 14 years ago? Time does fly, right? We talked a lot before she started about how college differed from high school, how she should best organize her time, okay? And I also suggested to her that she find a place on campus, the same corner of the library, a quiet place in an academic building, for example, and make it her own place, a place to study, to read, to reflect on what she was learning, and so forth. During the middle of the second week of classes, my daughter Shannon called me and proudly and confidently said, "Mom, I found my place." Shannon's place was a room, actually more of a lounge, in the basement of Stetson Chapel on her campus. The room was called The Cavern, and it was furnished with comfortable couches, handmade quilts, and a never-ending supply of freshly baked cookies. For 4 years, Shannon studied several evenings a week and on weekends in the Cavern, wrote her papers there, planned her class presentations there. Sometimes she worked with others, other times she worked by herself. During her senior year, Shannon met every Monday evening with a group of women, a group she had formed called the Women's Spirituality Group. And right before we left Kalamazoo, Michigan, to drive back to Ohio after graduation, she asked to visit the Cavern one last time. Her place had become an important and meaningful part of her college experience, and I'm sure that your place will be just as meaningful to you and just as important. Finally, celebrate. Over these last 18 months, I think we've all learned to put things in perspective, to recognize what matters, what is really important, and to appreciate and become more grateful for everyone and everything in our lives. My hope is that you will celebrate each day in this place where you have earned the incredible opportunity to live and learn, and that you will carry that appreciation and gratitude with you throughout each and every one of your days here. So in closing, class of 2025, I wish you the very best. We are over the moon happy that you are here, and we can't wait to meet you in our classes and around campus. Learn a lot, have fun, and stay well. Thank you for listening. Hai-Kyung Lee of Denison's Department of Music has composed a very special piece of music to mark this occasion. The fanfare for the class of 2025 will be performed tonight, and then again upon the occasion of your commencement from Denison in May of 2025.
So I'm sorry that it took us a little bit of time to get you seated. Did we run out of seats in the back? Is that what happened? You are by far the largest class we've ever had at Denison. So as I start my 9th year at Denison, as I look out at a ceremony that we were not able to do this year, I'm just struck with how deeply I've fallen in love with this place. Before we do anything else, can I just ask the students to stand up for a second and turn around, if you can? I'm assuming you can do that. Can you help me give a round of applause to all the parents, grandparents, teachers, coaches, mentors, and everybody else who helped get you to this point and who has helped make a Denison life-shaping education available to you? And now, can I get the parents to also stand up and join our students for a second? And can we just, in advance, give our faculty and staff a round of applause? Thanks, you can sit. So welcome to Denison, welcome to Granville, welcome to college. You are now Denisonians. Your time here will be challenging. That's by design. You are people with immense talents, and our job over the next 4 years is to push you in ways that unlocks your potential to be the architects of your own lives. My hope for you is that you will graduate in 4 years with the three attributes of a transformational liberal arts education. They are as follows. The first, intellectual rigor, the ability to form ideas based on facts, reason, rationality, and the ability to discern fact from fiction. Second, intellectual creativity and critical thinking, the ability to see problems in new ways, to connect ideas into new ways of seeing the world, to be critical thinkers and creative problem solvers, to find opportunities where others only see barriers, to be forward-looking. And the third, intellectual humility, to realize that there is always a possibility that we might be wrong, and hence we should be lifelong learners who are always seeking out alternative views and facts that can sharpen our thinking. To develop these liberal arts attributes, I would encourage you to use the following principles as roadmaps for how you commit yourself during your upcoming academic year. And Daniel and Professor Kenny and I, we did not share our remarks with each other, but I think our advice is very similar, which might tell you something about college, but certainly tells you something about the ethos of Denison. So here's my advice, 3 things. First, make your coursework, your academic courses, the centerpiece of your Denison education. Do the work, show up, be engaged in classes. Find power and joy in the books you read, the papers you write, the discussions you have in class, the conversations with faculty in and outside the classroom. At Denison, our classes are small and everybody is expected to be engaged. Everybody here is a teacher and a learner. The liberal arts is also designed to expose you to a wide range of views and perspectives. So take a wide range of classes. Take classes across the college. If you're a scientist, take classes in the humanities. If you're a humanist, take classes in the social sciences, natural sciences, and everything beyond. Take advantage of our interdisciplinary programs. And lastly, take advantage of the academics by seeking out and connecting with faculty who will challenge you. Our faculty care about students and want to unlock your intellectual potential by provoking you, inspiring you, and most importantly, by challenging you. The academic experience at Denison is not going to be easy, but it's purposeful and it's powerful. The academics at Denison are challenging by design. Our faculty will push you hard and they will expect a lot from you. But let me be clear, we had 10,000 students apply for admissions here last year. We rejected well over 70% of the students who applied. Every single one of you is capable of thriving academically at Denison. All you have to do is be fully engaged, work hard, and ask for help when you need it. Here's the second. Get involved in co-curricular activities, but in the right kinds of ways. Denison students are doers, and I suspect most of you came here because you have something outside the classroom you're also passionate about. You're athletes, you're artists, you're interested in community service, you're entrepreneurs. I love our students' commitment to campus life. But I also see students making mistakes. First and foremost, remember the learning and fun come from doing things at a high level. It's not about doing everything, but about learning to do things well. Second, get involved in clubs, athletics, the arts, whatever it is you're passionate about, but also save some time to take advantage of the intellectual and cultural life of the college. One of the things that makes Denison unique and special is the wide range of intellectual and cultural events that take place weekly. Save time to go to a Vail concert series, to go to a lecture on politics, to go to plays, to the Eisner Center, to watch a dance performance on a Friday night. And as you decide on how you want to spend your time, absolutely do things you enjoy. But one of the great things about being in such a supportive place with so many opportunities is you're going to get a chance at Denison to try things you would have probably been too embarrassed to try in high school. My hope is that every single one of you will leave here with a passion you didn't know you had when you arrived. Here's the last. Develop a wide set of friendships, especially with people who are different from you. Every college has something that forms its core. Denison is defined by the people who come here, the relationships we form with each other, and the way those relationships shape our lives. Friendships run deep at Denison. You will get the most from your Denison experience when you seek out and form friendships with people who have a different set of life experiences and worldviews from you. One of Denison's great strengths is the fact that our students come to campus from every part of the United States and over 40 countries. Students on this campus have a very wide range of political views, religious practices, and life experiences. Proactively seek out peers in residential halls, classrooms, and other campus venues who see and live in the world differently from you. Make it a point during your first month here to figure out who in your residential hall has the most different life experiences from you and find a way to form a friendship. If somebody says something in a classroom that you find deeply politically offensive, take them out for coffee. Don't ask about their politics, ask about their life experiences, because often once we understand somebody's biography, their politics make a whole lot more sense. The wider your network of friends, the more you will learn from your peers at Denison. And the other piece of relationships at Denison is something that Professor Kennedy said. There is not a faculty in the country that cares more about its students than this faculty. Get to know your faculty. Make it a point, make a promise to yourself, and I will ask you when I run into you on campus, within the first 3 weeks of every semester, to have found a way to introduce yourself to every single faculty member. For many of you, that will be easy. For those of you who are a little introverted, I'll give you 2 tricks. One is, even if you know everything in the class, pretend like you don't, and just walk into their office and say, I don't understand X. Or if you want, just walk into their office and say, I saw Professor Weinberg on the quad and he said I needs to come see you. So there's a lot of other things I want to say, but it's hot, and I love that cool breeze, but I'm a sociologist. The provost is a scientist, and she told me that cool breeze means the rain is coming. So I'll keep my remarks short. Just, don't be afraid of failure. You heard it tonight. It's normal. It's part of the process. It will happen. And when it does, don't look around and make the mistake of thinking you're the only one who's got a moment of homesickness, who didn't do well on a paper. You're not. Happens to everybody. Enjoy the good moments and see the challenging moments as part of the process. Especially this first semester, you will have moments when life is amazing, and you're going to have moments when all is not good. It's normal. But ask for help when you need it. There are a lot of people here who are here to help, who want to help, but they can't if you don't ask for it. Use your time here to develop good life habits. Let me end with one last ask of you, and it's a biggie, but it may be the most important thing I'm going to ask of you tonight. As you start your Denison education, have your mind wide open. A liberal arts education is rooted in intellectual inquiry. We are places where people are expected to ask questions, to challenge orthodoxy of all kinds, and to play with ideas through intellectual inquiry and debate. You are living on a campus and studying with faculty, staff, and peers who have a wide range of intellectual views. That's a strength of the college. Have your mind open. Develop the intellectual humility to be open to the idea that you might be wrong, or at least not fully right about your views, and hence it's important to seek out alternative views and allow yourself to be challenged as a way to enhance your understanding. Being intellectually uncomfortable is not just an important part of a liberal arts education, it makes life a whole lot more fun. So, lastly, when I run into you on campus and I ask you how things are going, it's not a rhetorical question. Stop. Let me know how things are going. I'm excited to get to know you. We are thrilled that you are Denisonians. Welcome to Denison. So I thought she was kidding when she said that the cool breeze meant the rain was coming. Now I'm looking at those clouds thinking, maybe she does know more about science than I do. So I'm going to invite Dr. Alex Miller, Vice President for Student Life, and Dr. Kim Copeland, Provost, to join me for the formal induction of the class of 2025. Will the members of the class of 2025 please rise? It is my honor to formally induct you, the class of 2025. May you cultivate habits of mind, share in our commitment to community, and embrace the values of our mission statement as autonomous thinkers, discerning moral agents, and active citizens of a democratic society. Welcome formally to Denison. You are now officially Denisonians. So you can sit down. Every college has its own song, what we call our alma mater, and Denison is no different. So to help our new students learn the melody of the song we call To Denison, it's going to first be sung. I wasn't done. It's going to first be sung to us by this year's August orientation staff. After hearing the first verse once, we're all going to rise and join the group as they sing the alma mater a second time. The words are printed on the back of your program. I'm looking at my best friend, partner, and spouse of 30 years who's saying, please stand away from the mic before you start singing. I will. Last piece. So once they finish singing, I'm going to ask, we'll process, the party platform will, and then we'll give our students just a brief moment to say goodbye to their parents, and then are going to ask parents to leave. So that at 8 o'clock, our newest Denisonians will meet your ALGO leaders here, assuming it's not raining, and then we will get ready for the busy week in front of you. Welcome to Denison.
To Denison we raise our song, fair college on the hill, the name that sets our souls on fire and makes our senses thrill. To Denison, my Denison, in praise our voices swell, the scenes of